The FW01 Sotion. Yeah, but let's stuff that name because that is dumb and call this what this really is, a Tingtong. This is a Tingtong. This is a Tingtong. A Tingtong. A Tingtong. Tingtong. Tingtong motor. Here at Progressive E, we love the sound of the Tingtong motor. I don't know what this Sotion FW01 rubbish is. Tingtong. Let's slap it in my old girl. She's definitely been through the wars, as we all know. She definitely needs a good soaking, a good scrub-a-dub-dub under the armpits, under the gooch over here. But let's not worry about that. It's okay to be a little bit dirty around here. Let's just whack this motor in and see what it can do.
Just feel the rage that's burning up inside me. You paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah. You paradise, I kinda.
Bit of life advice, if it's not coming, there's probably a good reason. Try a bit of heat and a bit more power and maybe the other direction and it might just come. It's reverse threaded. If you didn't understand what I was putting down, it's reverse threaded. So make sure you righty, loosey, lefty, tighty, and Tingtong, put a bloody sticker on it so for next time people actually know.
Yeah, I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you come my way? Yeah.
I think I might get bored. It's like we met before. I always get ignored. I don't exist. I'm sick. It's alright, I'm fine. I'm just passing the time. I need you in my life. When I'm with you, I can't move. It feels like I'm losing my mind. You like shit, I kinda like it.
In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah. In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you come my way? Yeah. I don't know how to feel when you wake me up at night. And it's only you and I. Yeah, it's only you and I. I'm lost and I'm found, yeah. I feel like October. I just need some peace of mind. I don't need to be so.
This thing is finely tuned and ripping. Let's go rip it. Let's go see how this thing goes. Yeah, it's running senseless. So let's see what the Sotion, the Tingtong motor. Let's see what it's got after all the troubles we've been through. Obviously now it's running senseless. Let's actually finally test this motor. So power mode wise, I've got it set to 18 kilowatt, 700 phase on mode 1, and we're gonna go up from there and see how we go. Straight away, feeling really good. It's definitely a nice tune Jared was able to put on this. Yeah, I'd call that 18 kilowatt. Definitely enough power. Let's go up. All right. 20 kilowatt, 800 phase. See if it takes it. All right, this is what we call 25 kilowatt, 900 phase. I lost front brake!
Yeah, but without my front brake working, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous without my front brake working. Do you want to just grab me a cable tie? Or cable tie there, and that will stop it.
Changed our sprocket size on this thing now. We've gone from 58 to 55 2 sprocket to really try and see what this motor can do. We were pulling a max of 20 kilowatt before. Let's see if we can pull more than that. Oh, I love regen brake. So we've done 58 2 sprocket, we've done 55 2 sprocket. Let's try 48 2 sprocket. 48 2 sprocket, so we've gone 58, 55, 48. Oh, bottom end. That's the most bottom end I would want to sacrifice on. How about Jared? My guess is we're probably still pulling 20 kilowatt. We got more top end, but that's to be expected. Yep. Sotion motor is a 20 kilowatt motor. I mean, it feels good. It feels good with a 48 2 sprocket. I don't think I need to take it off or go back to 55. I'll tell you what though, because it delivers more phase amps than KO, it definitely controls the wheel stand really nice. So like, to be truthful, if you're a stunter, if you're a road stunter, I feel like this is the motor for you, because it is yeah, it definitely holds a nice controlled RPM on a 48 2 sprocket. It's a nice KV. It's definitely yeah, very controllable. I don't know, it's a very predictable smooth roll, and obviously coupled with the X9000, it's a nice KV for that. So I do actually like it for that. No, I like this motor. I like this motor. This is a good motor. I mean, other than this, which is just my sensorless, not running a Hall sensor. But once you're going, you're good. And it just stays at a good RPM, a good speed. Really nice. So our final opinions on the Sotion motor. Now, right off the bat, you're probably wondering why the heck we're running sensorless. Now, when we started testing this thing originally, we were starting to do a couple of pulls up the driveway, starting to tune the motor, and all of a sudden it just cut out. It just stopped. Our egg rider started full glitching out. We noticed the controller was turning itself on and off, and we're like, what the heck? Anyway, pulled the whole bike apart, wiring loom, the lot, couldn't figure it out, put a KO controller back on it. It was doing the same thing, turning on and off. We're like, what is this? And we're like, just out of curiosity, we unplugged the motor. So we unplugged the whole sensor, and all of a sudden our X9000 came back to life. Everything started working flawless. The only weird thing is that our egg rider worked once when you'd load the firmware, turn the bike off, and all of a sudden the egg rider wouldn't work. So we don't know whether that was because we're running sensorless and there's some weird glitch in the VEST software that we need to figure out, or if by the whole sensor shorting out, it's actually shorted out our comms in our controller. We don't know. We need to probably diagnose that further and figure that out. So we contacted Sotion. They said that yes, the first batch, a couple of people have had issues with their Hall sensors going bad and shorting out, and so they're going to send us out a new Hall sensor, which is awesome, and apparently they've now resolved the issue, so fingers crossed. But when it comes to the actual Sotion motor, I like it. This thing's actually cool. It actually performs really well, and I'm actually really stoked with it. On a 48-tooth sprocket, 1821s, it's got plenty of torque, and it actually hits 100 kilometers per hour. So more top end with still roughly the same sort of torque I had before. Yeah, it's identical to the torque that I had before, but now I've got more top end, which is really cool, and it's really cool for wheel stands. I don't know why. I think it's because I've now got that bit more headroom because I can now hit 100 Ks. I've got a bit more top speed, so I've got a bit more headroom. It just sits on the back wheel really nicely. I don't know whether it's the 48-tooth sprocket, 1821s, but it's really controllable, really smooth. We've got 100 Ks per hour, and we've got plenty of torque. And with a 48-tooth sprocket and the 1821s coupled together, this thing does mint wheel stands, and obviously short swing arm. It does sick wheel stands. I'm stoked with this bike, and would not go back to KO RS motor. I actually really like whatever KV they've got going on in here, coupled with the 48-tooth sprocket, coupled with the 1821s. So it's still a 20 kilowatt motor though. It's not delivering any more power than KO, but it is delivering more torque, which is really weird. So going down to a 48-tooth sprocket, it actually is happy there, and it actually has plenty of torque. Yes, it doesn't have as much torque as a 58-tooth sprocket, but I think this is the sweet spot. I think having that 100 Ks per hour really makes it good for wheel stands. It makes it smooth. And on a 58-tooth sprocket, this motor was too twitchy. It was just too much torque. It was just too much. So yeah, I'm really stoked with this 20 kilowatt motor that delivers good torque at a good price point. What more do you want? 20 kilowatt is more than enough. Most people, it would crap their pants. But if you really want to do a good number on those jocks, eBMX Motor Review, it is coming. It is ridiculous. It is 30 kilowatt. Thanks for watching Progressive E. Be awesome if you liked, even cooler if you subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.
Wondering how to make a play all night, looking your way from out of sight, thinking I should ask if you're doing alright. You weren't easy, so hard to ignore. Pull up on your right, ask what you're drinking, ask what you like. Said you look good in the dim bar light, so damn cheesy. Who'd have thought you'd fall for somebody like